NBC Connecticut photojournalist Courtney Luciana brings you into all the action.
Responders bringing that man out.
Michelle Tricona is sentenced to 20 years, suspended after 14 and a half.
Sir, in the investigation into the death and disappearance of Jennifer Farber-Dulos.
I've done things that are wrong. Whatever this jury does is fine.
To the Dallas Wings.
UConn was definitely trending in the right direction.
Our power! Horsepower! Our power!
Kevin, this case began 5 years ago. It all came down to today.
Mike Keisha, it absolutely did. Good evening to you both. Michelle Tricona inside of the courtroom, accompanied by family and friends of hers, as well as family and friends of Jennifer Farber-Dulos, all offering statements before Michelle Tricona learned she would spend 14 and a half years behind bars.
Did not conspire to murder Jennifer Dulos.
Mawhinney pleading guilty to the lesser charge. His attorney speaking outside court.
Terribly sorry about the tragedy that's happened. We all can acknowledge that. However, from day one, I've maintained that my client, Kent Mawhinney, was innocent.
Paul was found strangled inside her apartment on Brooklyn Street in Vernon. Abdul Mboub, the father of her then one-year-old son, later confessed to police that he killed her, according to court documents, telling investigators he had stopped taking his psych medications and, quote, got angry and felt rage. I choked her for like 1 minute. I choked her out of anger.
Mike Keisha, we're standing in Southington where Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier grew up. He graduated from Southington High School in 2007.
It is still an active crime scene. They were responding to a possible domestic incident between two siblings. When they arrived at that home, police say the shooter was outside and immediately started firing at police.
We have team coverage for you, starting with NBC Connecticut's Jeremy Chen, who was live in Plainville with what happened there at that house fire. Jeremy, what are you hearing about that scene?
Well, Kyle, state police have been here at this house on Maria Road since the morning, investigating not only the fire, but what happened to volunteer firefighter Raymond Ray Monroe. Now, as far as this neighborhood, they are trying to grasp what exactly happened here, and it also highlights the risks that come with firefighting.
I think we definitely showed our courage in fighting for Husky. When our backs was against the wall and everyone was counting us out, fought to the end of the game.
Oh, yeah, Gabby, very emotional locker room, as you might expect after this one. They were right there. You just saw it. The Huskies gave the one seed everything they could handle. They were even up by as many as 6 in the second half.
Now to something not even Amazon can deliver. 2 early NBA first-round draft picks out of UConn. Sports reporter Matt Finkel joins us live in Brooklyn tonight at the Barclays Center, site of tonight's NBA draft. Matt, what a night for 2 former Huskies.
Kevin, it doesn't matter how much you talk about it. You know it's going to happen, right? We were here all afternoon saying they're both going to get drafted. But when you hear your name called and that moment becomes reality, it is overwhelming in the best way possible.
It means a lot to me to, hear and feel the support I get from Connecticut.
Happening tonight, a big night for women's hoops. Tonight is the WNBA draft, and all eyes are on UConn star Paige Bueckers. NBC Connecticut's Gabrielle Lucivero is live in New York City with what fans can expect. Hi, Gabby.
Hey, Matt, I'll tell you what fans shouldn't expect, and that's to be able to tune in late and still see Paige Bueckers, because it is not going to be a minute before she is walking across that stage hearing her name. We are expecting to hear her as the #1 overall pick in this year's WNBA draft and booking a plane ticket to the Dallas Wings. Now, she arrived here on the orange carpet just about an hour ago, and listen, I talk about basketball, not fashion, but she was dressed to impress. She came to play, and with her, she was not alone. A whole bunch of Huskies, right? AZ Fudd, Sarah Strong, KK Arnold, even had a Nika Mule sighting, all to watch Bueckers become the 6th Husky drafted #1 overall.
Bomba why plena is so important in the Puerto Rican culture, because it brings people together and keeps them connected.
Oftentimes mentioned as one, bomba y plena are actually two different types of musical traditions.
Bomba is more like a physical expression, and plena is like a vocal expression.
Zaire Ramis set his sights on Broadway from an early age. He hasn't even graduated high school, but has just as many awards and accolades as a seasoned performer. He's also battling a genetic blood disorder and got the surprise of a lifetime recently from Make-A-Wish, Connecticut.
When you're broken down and tired.
The lyrics of Andra Day's hit song Rise Up perfectly describe the journey of Zaire Ramis.
Just always loved music.
I'll rise up. High like the waves, oh, I'll rise up.
It's an outlet for my soul, and that's really where I find so much strength.
Watching Zaire perform, you'd never know the struggles he faced growing up.
I have sickle cell, SC. Has really affected my immune system, so I get sick a lot.
Something he'll live with for the rest of his life.
Hospital stays quickly became the new normal for the Ramis family, and after a week-long hospitalization last year,
he was submitted for a wish, and then they reached back out and said Zaire was accepted for a wish.
Soon, Make-A-Wish Connecticut will transform Zaire's basement into a recording studio.
It's always been my dream to release my own songs and record my own songs professionally and produce them. And now with Make-A-Wish, I'm going to be able to do that.
Mountains.
He recently shared his inspiring story and performed at the Evening of Wishes Gala in Uncasville.
I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
To see him healthy and happy doing what he loves.
It was really magical and special.
Make-A-Wish Connecticut raised more than $500,000 at their annual event, changing lives and granting wishes for kids just like Zaire.
We get to see our kids forget about all the pain, all the illness, and whatever it is that they're going through, and just be a kid again for a little while.
And it's really the healing part of the whole process.
Taylor Kinsler, NBC Connecticut News.
Throughout her career, Ella Grasso was used to being one of only a few women in the room, but then in 1975, she changed Connecticut politics forever when she proved a woman could also lead the state.
It was a thrill to have her be the governor, but I'm sure if she wasn't governor, she would have done something else quite wonderful.
Born in 1919 to Italian immigrants, Grasso grew up in Windsor Locks. She was quickly drawn to politics and won her first election to the state house in 1952. She would also serve as Secretary of the State and in Congress. Then in 1974, she was the first woman elected governor here in Connecticut and the first woman in the country who wasn't married to a governor.
Those women didn't become governor because of their service and their vision. Ella Grasso had a long and very successful history.
On a quiet hill in Easton, Connecticut, a property clear-cut for a home that will never be built.
She says, "John, did you put your land up for sale?" And that's how it all began.
This is John Sparadakis, the real John Sparadakis, owner of the Easton property. His summer was spent chasing down an identity thief, attempting to sell his property in Easton out from under him, and they almost succeeded.
I called up my attorney, and he checked with Town Hall, made sure that no title had yet transferred at this stage of the game, and that it was still under my name.
According to Sparadakis, investigation by his attorney revealed the property had gone under contract, but the sale never finalized. He estimates he was just in time to stop his property from taking new ownership.
It's distressing, it's disturbing. There's anger, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
According to Sparadakis, the only proof the fraudster used to impersonate him was this fake ID, with his real ID number, but a random photo. That's all it took to kick off an email-based transaction he didn't know was happening. The fraud seller even forging a signature to consent to wetland testing.
Property fraud cases like this
are a new emerging problem.
Property fraud, according to Ken Gray with the University of New Haven. And experts say with identity fraud cases rising, those involving property are too. FBI records indicate in 2023, there were over 9,500 property-related cybercrimes around the country.
The freshman sisters are currently under the instruction of swimming coach Juan Dominguez, who's been a leader in the sport for over 3 decades.
Let's go, Amy!
Believe it or not, it's been such a long time that I not only have coached some kids, but now I've coached some of their kids as well.
For the Reese sisters, Dominguez actually coached their uncle on their mom's side.
He was my brother's coach in high school, and he was always a part of this, just legacy of getting kids to swim. And a lot of our students never learned to swim, so they didn't have the opportunities to go swim.
Advocating for access to swimming resources in Hartford and for kids of all backgrounds to join the sport has always been at the core of Dominguez's work.
Let's go, Olivia!
Dominguez was born in the Canary Islands and came to Hartford, Connecticut at just 6 years old, only speaking Spanish.
I learned to swim and my instructor spoke to me in English only. I did not know what she was saying to me at all.
He instantly fell in love with the sport and knew he wanted to give back to the community that helped him go on to swimming in high school and at the collegiate level.
It just has a whole lot of different places that this sport will take you if that's what you wish for.
The Connecticut Ambush, an all-women's tackle football team, has been preparing for their first game of the season this Saturday. They're currently the only all-women's tackle football team in the state, aiming to influence more women to play. NBC Connecticut photojournalist Courtney Luciana joined their practice over the weekend and brings you into all the action.
Let's go, ladies, let's go! Let's go, Ambush, come on, let's go! Right here, right now, come on! Let's get it, let's get it, let's go! Yeah!
A group of tigers is called an ambush, and we're hungry.
Go!
Connecticut Ambush is the only Connecticut women's football team. A lot of people don't know too much about it, but when they ask, they get so excited, and now everyone wants to come out and check us out.
Ambush all day, every day, let's go! Just like that, Ambush!
This is our inaugural season with the WFA, which is the Women's Football Alliance. It is the largest league in the world for women's tackle football. We are starting here in Connecticut in our first season. I wanted to give women a platform to showcase their athleticism, their talent, and their determination.
Our ages range right now, I think 22 to 53. It gives women a chance to play a man's sport.
A lot of us as players, we've been playing together and playing against each other for so long. We've always advocated for a joint team.
Down.
To have one team in Connecticut. So going from 3 teams in Connecticut to 1 team is kind of how we came together. I want men to believe us when we say we play football. A lot of the women that I know could probably hit harder than some of the men too. So.
It's empowering. Tackle football has always been a sport that has been male dominated. I didn't even know that female were allowed to play, and I didn't know that there was a whole entire league just devoted to women playing tackle football.
Let's go, Michelle, get work! Get work!
As a rookie, obviously stepping out on the field for the first few times is intimidating. I feel safe and confident knowing that my teammates have my back and they push me to be the best that I can be.
I would love to see it like girls tackle football in high schools and on the Pop Warner level. I mean, you have girls that join the teams, but there's not really a girls team. So I would love to see that happen in the state of Connecticut.
Let's do this. Our first game is a week from today.
We're here to do it.
Go! Get me high!
To win games and show young girls that women can play football too.
Everybody's gonna know Ambush.
1% better every day, all right?
We're going undefeated.
Ambush! I swear.